kind of in a real talk mood. Are we talking about we're talking about Zero's tendency to clickbait on YouTube? Is that what people are mad about right now? I can provide some insight to that if you want. I feel like very, very often it's only the audience POV, you know, me. Here's what actually happens, right? You would think that on YouTube, that as a content creator, you have an open platform. You have the Windows XP background. You know, YouTube is your backyard. Go crazy. Make content. If it's engaging and it's great content deemed by the masses, they will come. Feed the beast, and the beast will grow, and they will, and I don't know, whatever, and they'll come, right? In actuality, no, you're actually in a box, and the algorithm dictates what gets favorism, what becomes relevant, what is in the recommended sidebar, and all this other bullshit here. So there's like, it's like, yeah, here's Windows XP background, but here's like 100 small rules on what needs to be done to be in the algorithm's determined meta and metrics of engagement. You gotta get views. You gotta get views to get recommended. So you have to use the most enticing description of your video that will intrigue and provoke curiosity to have to know what's going on there. That's why the whole template of like posing the question that's not answered from the video itself, rather than telling you here's the sentence to find out more details about this topic, watch the video. It's always pose the question and the conclusion must be consumed through the video itself. Clickbait. Also, same thing with, you know, articles too. Oh my God, you won't believe Angelina Jolie's I don't even know what the fuck. I don't even know anymore. I'm so numb to this shit at this point. What Zero is doing, what anyone's gonna do here is like, when you make a not optimized, let's call it that, like not optimized video title, you can get like less than half of your views. It's actually, and I've done it myself, I've seen it here. Like I've made videos where I've said, you know, my most satisfying world record yet, which was true, but obviously it was like not like a informatively, what's the word here? Dense title. You have to click it to find out more about, well, what made it satisfying, what level was it, etc. That video got like triple the amount of views than the video I make where it's a little more like, yeah, here's the level I played by whoever, world record and X, you know, if I make it just like a vanilla informative thing, you know, let me think here, for example, Hyper Boom by Mario Lab, world record speed run in minute and 18 seconds, blah, on date. You know, if I made it like the most searchable thing possible and it was like, you know, vanilla information, yeah, I wouldn't, because no one's clicking that. No one's searching that. You got to like use the buzzwords and you got to like reverse engineer what people are searching for on YouTube. YouTube is essentially a Google search engine that you're optimizing to figure out what people are searching for and then titling your video as such. I will say though that obviously I'm just giving you what is optimized YouTube titles because the box forces you to do that or you grow irrelevant. I can't even tell you, I don't even know yet. I don't know, I'm gonna find out probably eventually here, but whenever you're on YouTube and you are relevant, you are in the algorithm, you are in the meta, when you fall out of the meta, are you treated differently than if you were never in the algorithm's determined meta? I don't know. And honestly, it's a big risk because none of the shit's transparent, so you don't fucking know. So you're just like, I don't know, if YouTube's your main income, you're just like, you're gonna take every bone opportunity you can get thrown at you because you have no clue if you get chewed up and spit out and you're gonna ever become relevant again. But yeah, keep in mind here that an optimized title is not the same thing I would say as clickbait. People use the term clickbait very, you know, whatever they want it to be so they can get mad if they want to get mad about something or whatever. Whenever you're clickbaiting, the idea, the actual crime there, internet crime, would be that if you're misleading or you're just being facetious or you're being mischievous because you're using, I don't know, PewDiePie in a video doesn't contain PewDiePie. You're trying to like force some kind of thing that didn't actually happen, you know, oh my God, did Pokemon float with Keemstar? And it's like, no, obviously not. No, like, what are you even doing right now, bro? Like, you know, you're fabricating reality and it's like not an accurate reflection of your video. That's actual clickbait. And yeah, that is scumbagful douchery that should be called out. But I think there's two big differences here where people just like have a hate agenda. And the difference there is you're trying to conflate clickbaiting with like what the YouTube forced you to do. It wasn't as bad, I would say maybe like 7, 8, 9 years ago, but now it's, yeah, there's 100 billion %. You're in a box and you got to behave. You're a puppet on strings and you got to do the dance that Google wants for YouTube, or else you're not going to get shit out of it. Thank you for joining my TED Talk today. This has been my reel on that. Is YouTube really worth doing for a Twitch streamer these days? Yes, universally yes. The reason why, even irrelevant of revenue, revenue varies greatly depending on how much care you put into your YouTube. The reason why why Twitch or YouTube is incredibly always worth it whenever you're a Twitch streamer is because when you're a Twitch streamer, I think your objective here universally would be to be able to output the content that you want to do and remain economically sustainable so you can stay afloat, right? Though obviously you may deter from the content you want to make the content that keeps you relevant or whatever. But ultimately you're making your content that you want to make while remaining economically sustainable. The reason why YouTube is always worth doing is because you can always draw more. You know, you can try to win on the solo Twitch ecosystem front, where you're competing in the Twitch directories and you're using your social media reach to try to get more people in there or whatever. But you know, one of the easiest ways to lure more viewers in is to like grow a YouTube audience and then instruct and train the YouTube audience to, oh, by the way, you see YouTube content here, but do know that I do make this content live on Twitch and you can be part of that experience. And then you can you can coach the YouTube people to come to Twitch, and then you're making your Twitch even more economically sustainable because you're getting more viewers, irrelevant of the revenue that your YouTube content may generate. You can make revenue off YouTube, but again, you're in a box. So you gotta no cursing, no edgy shit, blah, 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 blah. It's like really, there's a lot of rules to it, and there's definitely a meta to it as well. So, you know, you gotta figure out what gets watch time. You can't just like dump YouTube video, Twitch stuff on YouTube and win. Never works that way. It's gotta be fast forward proof. You gotta have retention. You gotta have watch time. You gotta have engagement. So you gotta do what you gotta. So again, you're in this box. You gotta do these check marks and this checklist of shit. And if you don't, then you're probably not gonna make honestly any money, I would say. So if you have more questions, I'd be happy to, but PK Sparks can also help you out as well here. So that's my short answer for you on that. Thank you for enjoying my TED Talk part 2. What is the box conversation? So what we were talking about was that on YouTube, sometimes the content creators that you may like have to be a little zealous or obnoxious with their titles, where it's always like, the peak emotion at the highest volume possible, I guess. And that's more of it, them making an optimal title to engage clicking on the video and then watching it. That's what YouTube forces you to do. Like, it's not like you can just say what the video is and then still survive. If you want to make income on YouTube, you want to build revenue and be in the preferred algorithm that YouTube recommends your video to other people whenever they're watching related topics, you're in the box. You got to make your video title engaging. You got to retain viewership. You have to encourage liking, commenting, subscribing, because these are all community engagements that make you preferred in the algorithm. You have to do these things, or you starve in the unknown realm of YouTube, aka majority of the videos. So that's the box. The box is that you think you are under the illusion of making whatever content you want on the world wide web of YouTube, aka the Windows XP background for my metaphor of choice here. But in actuality, it's the opposite. You're actually in a box. You're a very specific box. And then people were taking this explanation, trying to apply it to other things in life, where you think you have the freedom to do what you want to do because you're yourself and you're a human adult and everything else here. But in actuality, for some of y'all, according to some of y'all here, you're in a box. You're in a box. Now, in what ways you're in that box, not we have to talk about here if you want to, but that's what the conversation was right there. Okay, so now without the wait here, we're going back over to Yu-Gi-Oh!